Everyone, we are back on Hot Mic with Lady She podcast with your boy Craig Tucker of In My Lifetime Apparel LLC. Just gonna give you a little synopsis of what he's already shared with us. Listen, clearly God knows all. This man is dope. Is even better than I thought. Let me just say it to you. Let me just say that to you. So he's in sales for 23 years. He's selling dental wear, and he got into that basically not knowing which direction he wanted to go. He was trying to find himself. He locked into this job. He's been there ever since. And that gift that he didn't know he had is what has made In My Lifetime what it is today. I have branded him as the pop-up king. And right now, that is where we are in the interview. He's going to share, how he got connected to the pop-ups. So go ahead, Craig. Thank you so much again.
Yeah, well, like I was saying, hey, I got these T-shirts. I love meeting people, uh,
Right.
and I remember there was a time where, like, I would just walk up to me, hey, you like the Knicks? So, I mean, I'm so serious. And then, if you wore a Nick hat or any sort of Nick apparel, forget about it. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
on, you was getting a shirt in your hand, like it was serious.
It was serious.
And so, during that for a while, that's good, but it's not really, you know, being out there. And I remember, I think I found out about something, and I had it all laid out. I'll never forget, it was laid out. I mean, I had all the teams laid out. Like it was like some sort of fashion show, and I didn't really do too well, but it was laid out, and I remember, like, wow, I got to get into this more. So, just kind of networking with people at first. Getting into the pop up game. I think my church out, I had a pop up that was really good. I would do a lot of church events.
Mhm.
Come with the service, and then eventually, it just keeps carrying on because. Yeah, I have a website that people can order all the time. And
Right.
definitely got to have that because you never know when you're going to get that order. You never know. I've gotten orders from people I never would thought, out of nowhere, and so you got to have that live. That's your 24-hour store. But I
Absolutely.
always felt like you got to really get out to know what the people want, and how to, and like I said, I have that gift. And so, just kept going out there and trying.
Yeah.
I remember before, when I first had to be guys shirts, it was before I had the glitter. And I remember when someone, said, hey, the ladies love the glitter,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so that just ching ching, and so I switched to the glitter and it just took off. Like it really took off.
Absolutely.
And I love that it just, it just shines out at you. And so, like, little, like, but you got to get out there. Like they said, you got to fail a lot. You
Yeah.
fail, you got to keep failing,
Hmm.
because all the failing does is keep teaching you to learn, to get better
Hmm.
and
That's
better.
why they say, there's no L's, there's no losses. There's the
No,
L's is for lessons.
yes,
Learn.
so true,
Hmm.
yes. And I
Hmm.
wrote because it took that way learning the dental stuff, honestly.
Right.
Like that's a whole nother language, and it just you just I remember I mastered the art in the beginning of someone asking me a question, and
Hmm.
I literally have no idea what they're asking me, no clue, nowhere to go, but I had the art of, like, I will repeat the question back to
Hmm.
you,
Hmm.
and then I would kind of add a way of knowing things in the catalog, though.
Right.
So I would say, okay, let's get to this page. I'm like, you got your catalog? They got the catalog in front of them, and by the time, oh, there it is. That's what I want.
That's the one. Hmm.
I
See that?
and like it was like I don't know. I wish these young wrestlers learn, like, it's an art to that because
It's a
you don't
gift.
to know that you don't know anything,
Hmm. Hmm.
and so and they buying stuff, they spending money with you, and you just um
Fumbling.
but so those are the type of things that you got to know to work on your feet. And so the pop-ups work for me because um with my dental industry, they have dental conventions.
Right.
And so there was a time, well, it's still is, I was the king of that, the king of the dental
Mm.
conventions, because that's when the doctors are walking around. And so that's your opportunity to kind of get them in, and then
Mhm.
get them customers for life.
Right.
And
Right.
so I loved it because no one could really, it wasn't no one giving me a customer. No one could say, "Oh, we best you." No, these are customers I got on my own.
Yeah.
They felt my energy, and then they on the phone and they order with me for the rest, and so that I always had that gift, and always, brought them in, and even customers to this day, like, that I would do. So that part of it was natural to, to continue to go with the pop-ups. And so last year, I remember, because I got, the electronic stuff that's all there.
I was
Everybody,
gonna ask you about that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I was saying, God, I want to go outside of New York. I want to get, I just want to branch out. I swear, I'm telling you, I told God that. I prayed to God for that in like January of 2021. And I'm telling you, I went to a pop up in Harlem. Yep. I went to pop up in Harlem, and there was these guys walking by. I just had this casual conversation, and he was like, "Yo, you ever go to Atlanta?" I was like, "Man, you talking about what?" I
Come on here.
I could not believe it. He was like, "Hey, you ever?" I was like, I was looking to do stuff like that. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Yes, yes, I want to get into that. And
Mm-hmm.
so, I was able to. I went to Atlanta 3 times last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the energy's crazy out there.
Love the
It's
energy. I think we were out there. I think me and you was out there at the same
Yeah,
time at
was
two
at
different
the
things.
conference
Mm-hmm.
learning. Yeah, yeah. And you know what? But see, what people don't understand is those are tax write-offs.
That's a
That's,
fact.
like, I mean, you gotta be in business.
That's a
And
fact.
so, the travel, the
Mm-hmm.
hotel,
Mm-hmm.
if you drove the miles, like, you need expenses. You need expenses. And it's more network. My network grew,
Yes.
and more people know, and just learning and getting better,
Mm-hmm.
and so, now my thing is, I'm going to do bigger, like DJ Envy's car show, and
Mm-hmm.
like big events, just
Right.
my money, and do, like, what I mean, especially
Invest in your brand.
yeah,
Yeah.
because when I'm around the people, they're gonna buy. I have something
Right.
for everybody. Not everybody's gonna buy everything all the time. That's fine. But God is blessed. And
Right.
so, yeah, I just got to get around the people. You know what I mean? You got to
That's a
be, and they'll continue, because I feel like, you have online, you have your presence online, and then you got to be. I feel like you should be out there. People should be able
mm-hmm.
to feel and touch you, because they not only buy their brand because of what they like what you have, but they brand because of you, and then
Right.
person
Their experience with you.
stand right.
Mm-hmm.
It stands for, and what it means, and your feelings. And
Mm-hmm.
so, but when you have your business in order, these things is you can write these things also. It's not really a waste of time, and you can
Mm-hmm.
network and meet the right people. You got to get out of that
Not a
comfort.
network. Network is
Got
life.
to network. Network is everything. You never
Mm-hmm.
know. You never know who's out there. And like I said, I spoke it, and I'm telling you, it was the papa was like in February, and
Yeah.
I just looked at, I just thought about, I was like, God, wow, you're amazing. I said to myself, I want to get out of New
Mm-hmm.
York, and here comes somebody say, hey, you are you what you consider, and so, it's there. You just
It
gotta
had to be God, as you
they had
say.
God.
It
And
had to be
sometimes
God.
the people around you, yeah, they might get saturated with what you're doing, and so
Mm-hmm.
you can kind of feel like you're in a rut. But you know what? There's millions of people that would love what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
not just talking about whoever's talking, what I'm talking to, whatever
Yeah.
that, which there's
Right.
people want that. They're fiending for that. They
Yeah.
want, telling you, and they're all over this country. They're all over
Mm-hmm.
this world, and it's just a matter of time for us to tap into what's out there.
So give me, if you can.
Yeah,
All right. I just want to go back just on the things that we spoke on Instagram. So Craig shared with us that basically he heard God. He heard God. He got into the dental industry, not really knowing which way to go, but that shaped and molded him to realize he has a gift in reference to speaking to people, that he can be a good salesperson. So that has helped him, the most as an entrepreneur now. But one of the things that he said in reference to starting was he heard God and he started to do things. Share with us a lot of times when I'm speaking to people, they see the glitz and the glam. They don't see the hard stuff that you had to go through. They don't see how many times you wanted to stop doing it. They don't see that you lost money trying to invest in yourself because you really wasn't educated. So share with us, a time where you said, okay, I'm doing this, but I don't know if I'm capable of going full fledged. Did you ever have that happen?
Um, I'm trying to understand because you said I'm doing this, but going full.
Like I'm doing it, but have you ever gotten to a spot where you were like, this ain't working? Or have you always
There,
gotten to that place and God spoke?
a lot of times. I mean, that's a lot of times. Hey, you've been out there. You might go to a pop up or something, and it's like there's no customers. I mean,
Yeah,
you
you
can't.
don't even break even.
Right, you don't break even, or you barely break even.
Mhm.
That's a lot of time. But a lot. Okay, and let me tell you, like I remember when I was excited about the brand, right? And I remember I told, listen, I love all my friends, okay, man, y'all, please, okay, but some people, I remember telling a few people.
Mhm.
And when you expect a reaction, you're expecting like, oh my God, oh.
Yeah.
When I first said it at work, everybody, oh, and I didn't get that reaction.
Right.
And I remember, the enemy and it was like, am I even supposed to be doing it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Come
You know,
on, Craig.
that kind of hits heavy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that kind of hits heavy. And that's why, and that's when I started to learn. You got something good on the inside. Hold on to it and
Mhm.
don't tell a lot of people. Just start getting the work.
That's
Don't
the one.
don't tell it, because what happens is you tell somebody and they might not feel that, and then they could throw a seed, they could throw a something on it,
It'll shift your energy.
get even into your brain. That was something God wasn't even trying to give you. Like you don't care.
Mhm.
Like, and then now you're like, and so I'm glad I remember I stuck through it. Like I went through it because I was
Mhm.
looking for that and I didn't get it. But it was like,
Mhm.
you know what? Who cares? Like, and that's when you got to tap into that. But yeah, that was a big moment. Those were big moments, little moments. I remember. Uh, I remember one time I uh, I was excited. I had just written out my business plan.
Mhm.
I paid somebody, but they
Mhm.
had finished it, and
Mhm.
I was excited.
Tell us
Yeah.
the title of the person that you paid. I really want you to kind of educate people because I know there's people who want to start brands and they
Yes.
just like
Yes.
everybody because
Yes.
I've heard the line, oh, everybody's doing that. And I have spoken and said on my lives and when I do videos, I'm like, to that person who keeps saying everybody's doing it, they're telling you that because they're afraid to do it.
They're
Do
afraid.
it anyway.
There's a million. There's so much millions. It's like this. So it's like there's 10 different breads on the.
Exactly.
It's so many different. This. So what? It's
Hmm.
not about everybody's doing. It's about what you got and
What you
how
have to
what
bring
you
to the table. Yeah.
bring it. Yeah.
Yep.
And
So
so
who
so
did you
anyway,
pay?
listen. All I am is the passion guy, and but that what God has given me that entrepreneurial spirit to find it. Anyway, Fiverr. I
Yeah.
know everybody heard of Fiverr.
Oh, Fiverr, yes.
Fiverr.
Fiverr.
The
ERR.
Have you ever used them?
I have it on my
Okay,
phone.
okay,
Hmm.
yes. Well, they're great for everything
Right.
because
Explain what it is. Explain
it's
what it is.
basically a freelance
Mhm.
service.
Right.
So it basically connects you with people that do jobs that you might need a job. Now, you might need a $5 job. You
Mhm.
might need a $500 job.
Mhm.
You might want to pay a $1,000 job.
Right.
So they have them all in the price ranges that you look. They give you all the surveys and the artwork or whatever work they
Services.
got it
Hmm.
done. And so then when you finally decide, all right, I'm going to do business with this person, you reach out to them, you'll do stuff. Now you pay, but you don't pay them. You
Hmm.
pay Fiverr. Fiverr
Fiverr.
owes the money.
Hmm.
And so while whatever work needs to be done, whatever communication needs to be done, but until you tell Fiverr you're good, that the job is completed, that's when they get their money.
Right.
So that keeps the person that you're doing the job with engaged to make sure that you're happy because they don't get nothing until you finish.
Right. So that's
So
why they'll keep sending you stuff, and you get to
yeah,
choose like that.
so I heard people kept saying fiber, fiber. And I was like, what is it? What is and it really whatever. So I remember it's ironic, but I have to get the but so I wanted a business plan,
Hmm.
and so that way if I meet the right person, I could say, hey, this is it.
This
I
is
mean,
it.
in the plan, I have even with the money in terms of what I would need for the business and how I would even pay it back.
Hmm.
Like it's thorough. So I went and I paid I paid like $800 for my business
Hmm.
plan. I didn't go with the cheaper one. I
Right.
went with kind of like higher end one because I
Yeah.
wanted sense. Now I spoke with the guy for 2 hours. I had to give him all this stuff, but it's pretty thorough. And so what I was bringing up that story was I had just gotten it done and I got a phone call. It just like, and the phone call was like basically compare me to other people and while the people were doing better than I was, and it
Oh,
blew my mind. It blew my mind.
from
Yeah.
a friend.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And but what it was is it's just those roadblocks. Like I was high. I was like, oh my God, I got my
All the
business.
way in.
I'm ready to be Casey. I'm ready. I'm going. Like it's gone. It's over. Like and then the enemy just
Oh yeah.
couldn't take that
He
positivity.
said he too happy. He too happy.
Yeah, and it just smacked. I mean, it literally came. I was just like, hold up. Like I mean,
Yeah.
listen, I'm not in a race with nobody. Okay, we're not in a race with nobody. I'm not on your plan. Like everybody has their own set. God, I praise all the people that I hope do their thing. I'm not chasing. I'm not trying to be like nobody. I'm just running my own race.
Yeah. Come
I
on,
mean,
Craig.
I live in New York, so we
Mhm.
got bills to pay. We got money. Like it's serious. Like
It's real.
we're running a brand. We're doing our business on top of living life. I mean, otherwise we be in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a fact.
that's what. But all it was that, and those are the type of things, the distractions that come through your journey.
Right.
But God has a plan, and when you put your heart and your soul into something and your belief in it, and I said every day I'm gonna be a billionaire. In my lifetime is gonna be a bit
That's it.
and I post those things of, oh, you're gonna see it because I want to put that energy out there. Like I'm not gonna give up
That's
regardless.
right.
I'm not going to give up regardless. And
Yeah.
it's a lot of things. And having a clothing brand, it's not just making a t-shirt. No, it's so much that goes behind the scenes that
Absolutely.
people don't understand.
Hmm.
People
Hmm.
just don't. They just don't understand.
Right.
There's I took I followed this guy. I paid $50, and he really you heard the lifestyle.
Lifestyle.
Yeah, the Brooklyn. They have the letters backwards. Lifestyle. They're pretty popular.
It's a clothing brand.
Yeah, yeah, it's called Lifestyle. Yeah, yeah,
Not hitting
yeah.
this.
He actually had um they was like on Love and Hip Hop. Like some of the stars they be wearing it. Like he's out there.
Okay. He's like he out there.
So what he broke down was there's 9 different jobs
Hmm.
of what we need to be doing. It's 9 different things.
What are they?
And as the CEO, we're supposed to hire 9 people and then manage those 9 things. In terms of inventory,
Hmm.
all the things, all the things that goes on with having a clothing brand,
Hmm.
marketing, all those type of things. Keeping up with it,
Be consistent.
yeah, website. What I'm saying, it's so much
Yeah.
that goes into, what I mean, building that brand. You know what I
Hmm.
mean, and
And making it successful.
team. And that's where I'm at.
Hmm.
And God's going to provide.
Yeah.
I'm taking my time, and I want people on my team to have that same passion and that same, I believe like I do, and wants to go. And then those are the people God's going to put those people in your pathway.
You better say it, Craig.
That's it. That's
Literally, I'm just gonna share this. And I want to ask you another question.
yeah.
Just today, I hired some, not hired. I paid someone to do a service, black owned. Shout out to Black Long Island too. They always promoting us.
Mhm.
Um, reached out to them, and I was so glad I came because I said that exact thing to the person. I said, listen, you have a vision and you pray about it, and God knows that it's something He gave you. The people are going to come.
Mhm.
He's going to place the people that can see your vision as if it's their own
Mm.
and have that energy
Speak.
behind them.
Yes, yes,
That's what He's going to do for you.
yes,
When
yes,
it's genuine and
yes.
you ain't got no flim flam trying to compete with
Right,
the next person,
right.
got ill will, you ain't got none of that going on, and it's pure and it's genuine. God is gonna bring the people
Yes,
who,
yes.
when it get hard, they're gonna be there to lift you up because they see your vision. And they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna treat it like it's their own. And
Mm.
even when it gets to a point where they have their own vision, there's gonna be no malice, no hate, none of that, because you're gonna be able to support them like
Right,
they supported you.
right,
So what you just said, sir,
right.
God's gonna do it.
That's it. That's
God's
it.
gonna do it.
God's
God's gonna
gonna
do it.
do it. That's
He's gonna
it.
do it.
We speak
Absolutely.
life, man. We
That's
speak
it.
life, man.
That's
That's
it.
it.
That's
Yeah,
it. In my
that's
lifetime,
my
he
lifetime.
gonna have his team and
Yeah,
he gonna be a billionaire. That's how that goes.
in my lifetime.
That's
Yes.
it. I love that. I love that.
Yes. You're right.
So now you're moving, and this is what I love, because I want you to give me your take on this. People always want to put a time frame or when they should be this or when they should have had this done. What do you say to that person who keeps trying to stamp a time of, oh, I should have had this already? What do you say to them?
Um, say to the person that feels like that they're trying to do their business and it's not popping yet, or
Yeah, like what do you say to the person who, like, if I'm talking to you and I'm like, dang,
right.
Craig, I should have had this already. I'm 43 now. I should have had this already. This is not happening. Maybe it's not gonna happen. What do you say to them because of your journey? What would you tell me?
You just got to stay the course. You got to stay the course and be patient.
Mhm.
Ask God to give you that patience, because that it's just that's something that you got to have it within you. Got have God to build that up in you, because we're in a, and then maybe turn your phone off a little bit, because we're in a situation now where we do this, we're scrolling, and we're looking at other people's lives. That's what it is. That's the race.
Guard your gates. Guard your gates.
But right, we're running the race against things that we see, that we think that we appeared, and we're not there yet. That's the problem.
But some of it's not even real.
It's
That too.
exactly. Some of it can be real, and some of it's not even real.
Mhm. It's a
And
fact.
you're chasing a ghost. You're chasing something that don't even exist,
Yep.
because you're scrolling and you evaluating, other people, what what they got going on.
Yep.
That's why we got to be patient. Sometimes it takes a lot. Yes, it does. But you just got to stay the course. That's what I'm about.
Right.
I mean, like I said, the thing that I'm at now, it took a while. It took a while. It took a
Mhm.
while, for me to really get it.
Mhm.
But eventually I got it, and that's the same kind of energy, patience, sacrifice that I'm willing to do for my brand and for my legacy and for my family. And you just gotta stay, because there's so much stuff that you can learn. Just
Absolutely.
keep taking the baby steps. And if you got to pause, but don't stop. Just
Right.
keep taking that next step. Just keep taking it. Find
Mhm.
out, because you never know what's behind the next door. You
Right.
never know who you're going to meet, who's going to encourage you, who's going to keep pushing you. This, and there's a lot of, and if you're on Instagram, there's a lot of motivational
Yes.
stuff there. Follow Jamal Bryan and
Yeah.
Pastor Keon
Mhm.
and this other it's so much positive positive guys out there that when you wake up in the morning, you look in your phone, get that kind of energy. Wow,
Yeah.
that kind of energy, and those people that what I mean, like that. Maybe that's what just keep taking those baby steps. That's all I can say, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what I feel like I hear you saying is also connected to your choice of what you take in,
Hmm.
because that makes a difference in the decision that you make. So when it comes to social media, and like I was saying, people get caught up in the glitz and the glam. You know, You said to cut off the phone sometimes. Once I cut off the phone, what should I be doing? I'm a big person on meditating and praying, but for you, what do you do when you decide like this is too negative? I can't watch all this. What do you do to keep you focused?
Um, that, pray, like this, definitely. But work out, go to the
Right.
gym, walk,
Mhm.
read a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, read a book. Like I'm reading this book, How I Got a Million Followers, and just like those are the type of things to feed your mind,
Mm-hmm.
thing that is gonna keep getting you inspired. I read the book by Damon, the
Name
food.
Dash.
Yeah. No,
Mm-hmm.
no, Damon John, Draymond.
Oh, Draymond. Yeah.
Yeah, I read this book a while ago when I first started In My Lifetime. And then it was crazy. Then it, like within 6 months, I met him.
Wow.
Yeah, I met him. Right? I was able to give him a T-shirt because that's how God work, man.
It's God.
That's how God work, man. That's
Yeah.
how God work. I'm telling you.
Love that.
But and then a lot of times, what you got to understand is sometimes we're not ready for what really God's ready to do for you. So He's trying to
Woo, that's the one.
prepare you for $1 million sales in a month, and you ain't got no product, you ain't got no, what I mean. Like you gotta get prepared for that, John.
Yeah.
You gotta prepare your places,
Mhm.
and He's trying to build you up where you can able to have that inventory. You have the infrastructure, you have the plan in place. Now you get the $1 million sales, and people ain't waiting 6 to 8 weeks or
Yeah.
because that was always my thing. I never wanted someone to order something off my website and I can't
Wouldn't get
get
it.
produce that within
Right.
a timely matter. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Like I always want to protect that, and
Yeah.
that's why I just don't throw everything. No,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean. I want to like if now I've been to pop up, you might see some stuff. Boom, boom, let's go. But
Yeah.
I want to structure my thing so whenever there's someone order, they can say, yeah, I waited like a week the most. You know,
Mm-hmm.
at any time. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then now God has the stuff on my website. I can if I don't have it, I can get it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's the kind of mindset that you got to learn. Like what kind of road. Now one day I'm gonna have, and the people gonna be able to order, and they're gonna all colors, and they're gonna get it like just like that because I was able to prepare that for that spot like that. And so yeah, you just got to take the time.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, what's next for not just In My Lifetime? What's next for Craig Tucker?
I just want to just get better. Just
Mhm.
get better. I've been going to the gym a lot, been meditating a lot. And I've been learning to really learn what I need to do in terms of business credit. Like
Yes.
like you don't have to really fund your own business. The money is there to put for the business, and you don't even use your own money. That's what the real people do. And
Mm-hmm.
so this whole time it's like blood, sweat, and tears. Let me build it. No, you can if you think a little smarter and
Yep.
use stuff that's in front of you. And so this stuff that I get a feed in my head all the time. I haven't really implemented yet, but I keep doing because one day I'm gonna get sick and tired and sick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just start doing it, and then that's when things gonna start. And so just getting better,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a lot of um, negativity in the world right now. It's a lot of things that's going against us as a society, and so you got to try to combat that.
Mm-hmm.
And with your mind, your body, because I'm getting older, and
Mm-hmm.
I remember I heard someone say, what's the point of getting all this money? What's the point of growing all this business and you're not healthy to enjoy it?
Come on in here.
You're not, you got, hey, so God gave you this body, take care of it. Because
Take
when
care of it. You only get one.
around. You want to be around to enjoy. You want to be around, and so that's a part of it. That's a part of your business.
Mm-hmm.
You being there,
Yeah.
and so these are the type of things that like I'm trying to implement more better in my life, honestly. You
Yeah.
know, and just learning, to to do better, because sometimes you never know,
Absolutely. Love
Yeah.
that. Love that. Love that. All right. So I also wanted you to give me your take on, what do you feel about what's been kind of going on with us? I know we mentioned, black owned businesses earlier. um, you had shared that if you can have that excitement and learn about another person's company, the dental company, why wouldn't you have that, basically have that same energy about your own company? Do you feel that there's a glitch there when it comes to us supporting each other as black owned businesses?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There is. It has been. It's like well, the number one thing is, okay, since I'm ordering from you, what kind of discount can you give me?
Ooh,
Can I get it half off, or basically, or give it to me for free because I'll promote it. And what they don't understand is these are the reasons why, because a lot of times in the beginning, yeah, I would give in, I'll do the discount, just to get it out there. I've done that a lot. And it's okay, but it's not helping my business. It's not
right.
helping me grow. And therefore, if you were to go into any other store,
You
you
wouldn't do it.
pay what the price says, and that's it. And that's the disconnect. It's
Right.
like, oh, I'm supporting that black owned business. They're gonna take a little, So no, you gotta support it. Keep that same energy, like you keep the energy with them.
Right.
Now, if you feel like someone's overpriced, then don't buy it from them. They
Right.
feel like overpriced. But a lot of times, a lot of stuff is not overpriced. You just know that you can get over. You know that you can, take advantage, and you do, and that has to stop. And then just in general, just support. A lot of times, it's like well, I bought this from this person, and they might know this other person got a clothing brand, so I'm not gonna buy it from the other person because I
Oh
know
yeah, I've heard that one. It's
what
weird. It's
I
weird.
bought my man. What? Like that doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
You wear that one day, wear the other day.
Yeah,
Just like you wear Gucci one day, you wear Nike the other day. You wear
exactly.
like that. You're not their ambassador. You get
Yep.
paid for them, So like if you're Tiger Woods, you can't wear Adidas. No, right? So unless you get endorsed by those other
Right.
brands, it's okay to support
It
this
is.
brand, that brand,
It
this
is
brand, that
okay,
brand.
people.
It's okay. There's someone to say, look, post on Instagram, they wear five different days of the week. They wear each a different black owned brand.
Love it.
And they're not connected to nobody, they just customers.
Exactly.
And there's some people, and then we're not talking to those people. There's people that keep us alive, and those
That's
people
a
I
fact.
love.
Thank you.
A lot of them could be strangers, and they
Yes.
come and they making it rain. They're making it rain. They sometimes some people even pay extra people.
Yep.
Hey, there's some people that actually do that because
Mhm.
they know the grind, they know the
They
struggle, they know
see you.
out, and so that's those are the things that it can change, and we can just change our mindset a little bit. And if
Yeah.
that's something that's wrong, let the owned brand black owner know. You don't have to put it on Front Street, but let them know and say, listen, this is constructive criticism, and this is what I want to do. This is what I think, and that's it, and that's good. And
That's good.
let them get better. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Move the next for the next customer. And we could do that as a society because we spend the most money. You know that
Fact. Yeah.
black people spend the most. We spend the most. All we
Absolutely.
have to do now is flip it back on ourselves. Then, when she got teased, has a big old warehouse, she can
Mhm.
hire her own people, and more than likely, she might hire some of the people that look like her.
Yeah.
And when In My Lifetime get a big old warehouse and shipping and marketing and need all these
That's
jobs, they
jobs.
might hire people that look like us, just like all the people hire the people that look like them. For the most part,
Absolutely.
I'll hire other people too.
Mhm.
Equal opportunity, but that's how it gets recycled. You spend the
Absolutely.
money for the businesses blow up, and then they hire your kids, your
Absolutely.
uncles and your dads and your moms. to keep it functioning. That's how the society works. Because you're going to spend the money, you're going to look fly anyway.
Right.
You're gonna rock new T-shirts every summer. You're gonna this every year you're gonna change your wardrobe, but you flipping it back on us.
Yes.
And once
And
we
other cultures do it
everybody does
naturally.
not
It's like almost taught.
every yes
This is the business.
every
You're working for the business.
it.
We gotta be like, can you come make the plates at the restaurant? We got a bag. You know what I mean? Like,
It's like it seems like it's weird. It's like they see you and they like root for you, but they're just like sitting watching. They're like watching the
yeah,
game.
yeah.
They're like sitting back watching. Some people might get up and go play, but some people just sit. A lot more people are sitting back and watching. And then I guess they when that day comes where you're raised up, then they go be like, oh, out of nowhere, where they all.
Uh huh.
And it's a sad story. It
Yeah.
really is. It really is. And that's why I go out my way to support other businesses,
Yes.
and sow that seed into other businesses, because I know what it takes. I know what it takes. I know what it do. You know what I mean? And I'm a big thing. If I'm asking you to do something, I'm gonna do it myself first,
Mhm.
and that's why I am. But it's sad because we could be a lot further than we are now. You know what I mean? Especially as long as we've been in the game. But it's okay because God got us. You know
That's
what
a
I mean?
fact. That's a fact.
God got us. Yeah. So
That's a fact.
definitely.
All right. So, anything besides the brand going on for Mr. Craig, though? Do you have anything else in store that you want, like just for yourself, not even connected to the brand or maybe connected to the Knicks? You know, what you got?
I mean, honestly,
You lost sound? The sound. We got the devil mad tonight. I promise you that. We got the devil mad tonight. No. I'm going to bring him out and bring him back in to see what's happening. Let me see here. Can you hear me? He still can't hear me. All right. I'm not sure what happened. I think it's on his end this time. All right. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
I can hear you now.
What
I can hear you.
happened to the audio? I can't hear you.
You can't hear me now?
Mm.
Wow. Let me try again. Can you hear me? I can hear you.
Let me leave. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave, then come back.
Okay. So these things happen. We're going to move on. I'm just so in awe of Craig's story, his journey, just him sharing how, starting a new job and trying to find his way basically brought him to being the owner of In My Lifetime Apparel.
All right, I can hear you.
You good now?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can hear you.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
So I was just basically saying, like, just your story is so inspiring, understanding that basically hearing God, being, first of all, being in place. Let me just say that being in place and hearing from God is what has got you to this place thus far and what is keeping you focused on the brand and the vision that you have. So I just want to thank you for sharing that. Talk to us about these.
Yeah, yeah. So God dropped this on me. I remember years ago, it might be 4 or 5 years ago, I saw it on Instagram or something. Someone had a hat on and it said, wake me up when I get to 34th Street. So they were sitting on the train and I remember saying, wow, like that's amazing. And so I was looking, I couldn't find nothing. I mean, I
Mhm.
Googled it. I'm not a tech person like that anyway,
Right.
but I couldn't find it at all. And so I remember I was sitting talking to one of my friends one time, and I was like, I gotta get this hat. I was like, I gotta get this hat. I was like, I'm gonna be selling this hat. I was like, I don't know where I'm gonna find it at. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I remember having that conversation specifically. And so, and that pop-ups, okay. So I was
Hmm.
at a pop-up, I think in, Queens somewhere. And then, and so the vendor that was next to me, um, she, I guess, later on had our own pop-up,
Hmm.
right? But it was like deep Long Island, like, I say deep, I'm from Queens, so,
Yeah.
and,
Out
so
east.
yeah,
Out
yeah,
east.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so I
Suffolk County.
don't know what's out there, but I'm gonna go. And so right, I went and did that pop up, and I remember it was like in October, and then in the middle of the pop up, someone walked in with the hat, and I mean, it was like I
He's like,
remember
he was like, attack.
there was a customer in front of me. I forgot what they were talking about. I literally wasn't paying attention no more. I was following with my third eye this person. Like, I gotta find out where. So eventually, later on, she came. I'm like, yo, we get that. She was like, my friend sell it. I was like, give me his number. Like, I ain't got his number. She was like, I'm like, yo, no, you when you go home, you gonna call me with it. So and then I met I met with the dude, and me and him we vibe like that's crazy, like we just. And so then I've been immediately bought some hats from him, and then for a while, 6 months, a while, almost a year, I was just buying the hats from him,
Hmm.
and reselling them. And then finally, when COVID hit,
Hmm.
um the uh the uh the guy that I was the guy, one of this guys from China. He did the mask with the
Hmm.
LED. I don't know
LED
why.
mask. Right.
And so then God had me meet. I call this guy I call a mentor. And so I never met him physically, but I met him over the phone. And anyway, I knew he had Connect, so I was like, listen, I need my own Connect, right?
Yeah.
And so we worked it out, found a Connect in China. So like now I get them directly. And so what God did was with these electronics, He just illuminated in my lifetime. He illuminated, and I call these the walking billboards.
Love it.
You could promote your brand all day long, every day.
Absolutely.
And so it's been a blessing. Like it really has been a blessing. And I remember it just like, and then when the mask came, and then like, a lot of, men just wear the hats with the
Hmm.
mask, and then we had to wear masks.
Hmm.
It was just
Right.
like, and I always felt like, and the COVID's the worst thing in the world. But when it happened for us clothing, he dropped a piece. He created
Yeah.
a revenue stream for us.
Absolutely.
He created the mask, and I
Yeah.
remember when I hopped on the mask quick. I hopped on the
Hmm.
regular mask quick. I hopped
Hmm.
on it because I knew. I was like, wow, like no one was thinking. You saw China, everybody was wearing it, and it was literally creeping to America, and
Right.
people was gonna have to protect themselves, and so you might as well be there to provide it.
Absolutely.
And so, but yeah, God's been good. I think even through the hat, you saw the hat because I remember you
Yeah.
was like,
I
oh,
bought it from my husband.
yeah, yeah. You was like,
Yep.
yeah,
We got one.
oh, you put Chase Money brand on it. Yeah,
Yep. That's
yeah,
a
yeah,
fact.
yeah. Because you know what it is. It's a attention getter.
Absolutely.
I mean, wherever you go, they're gonna be like, they're gonna be you put it. They're gonna be reading it.
They gonna catch it. Yep.
They want to know what you got on there. They want to know. They want to know.
Yep.
And if you have some business and you want to attract people to come to you, why not have something where they're gonna be like, oh, where you get that? Oh yeah, well I sell candles.
Right.
But uh, you know, that hat's cool, but I got this, because they
Right.
want to attract those the people to come to you. And so it's been a complete blessing. God's been really good. God knows what He's doing.
He
He
be
really
knowing.
knows what He's doing, and I was see because I had it in my lifetime, I was in a position to get it and start promoting it. It wasn't like yeah, I just got it. Now I need to start a business. I
Mm-hmm.
already had the business
Right.
going, and this just illuminated. It just
Yep.
illuminated. And now people, they, the pop up, they got it going. They's gonna walk by the table, they want to look, and stuff like that, and understand. So, that's why I went to Atlanta, and that's why I want to get out. Because
Absolutely.
there's
Expand.
a lot of people that need to see it.
Mhm. Absolutely. So faith, belief. Share with the people what In My Lifetime stands for again. We
Hope,
talked about it on Instagram.
inspire.
Say it
Yeah,
again.
hope, educate, inspire.
Hope, educate, and
And
inspire.
the new logo, I have three diamonds in the logo, and that's
Right.
what three diamonds stand for: hope, educate, inspire. That's what in my lifetime means to me.
Mhm.
But there's in my lifetime can mean whatever it means. What you want,
Right.
what you wish, what you want to see in your life. What are you excited about going on in your lifetime? What do you want to tell people about? That's in your lifetime. Because in my lifetime is all it is a testimony. It's your own testimony.
Yeah.
It's your own. You are your own walking billboard. What you've been through, the struggles you've been through, the things that you need help with, that God helped you through. Somebody needs to hear that. Someone
Right.
needs that story. And so, I'm sharing my story through apparel,
Mhm.
and that's what I want you to take. But when we talk and we witness to people, and we telling people about God, they want to see your life. They want to know what
Yeah.
you've gone through.
Mhm.
They don't want this. You gotta. People don't know. And they don't know unless you tell them or unless you show
Right.
them. And so that's what it stands for.
Yeah.
Um, and it's clear as day. I remember I didn't know what to how, but God eventually put those things in front of me, and
Mhm.
when it clicks, when I believe in it, and God, I get that little click, it's over. That's
That
it.
activation.
That's it. I just go. I just go. I just go, man.
Love it.
I love it, man. I love it. I love that I have something to strive for.
Right.
I remember when I didn't have in my lifetime, and I was just at my 9 to 5, and I,
Mhm.
I do good, but something wasn't complete.
Something was missing.
Yes, because anytime, anything, something can happen, something can get taken away.
Mhm.
But me organically starting my own, where I control, all right, I need to go make some money, I go make some money, then I love that,
Yeah.
and all my bosses, all my coworkers, and they support too. They follow
Mhm.
me. They know all about my lifetime too. They might be tuning in too, but they know the passion that I have, and
Mhm.
so it actually it helped my 9 to 5. It,
Right. Right.
it helped me honestly because I used to worry. I used to
Mhm.
worry about these customers because I'm in sales.
Right.
Sometimes sales is
It's
up.
like hit or miss. Yeah.
Customers leave. Some things happen.
Right.
I mean, Sandy happened, and some the offices. Katrina happened in New Orleans. I
Right.
lost a big New Orleans. Katrina happened. What I mean. Like it's certain things you
Yeah.
never know that. Like you have these customers, but when they can't order, they go. You can't rely. So but when I was able to have my own business that I can pour into, and it helped me. It gave me more confidence in my 9 to 5, where I can relax and know that God's
Yeah.
got me regardless. Okay,
Absolutely.
and I can use that same energy, and I love it. And even when the setting up pop ups and
Mhm.
transfer from the car and
Mhm.
down and putting the
That
stuff
thing's
back in
serious.
storage and putting it back in the car and you got all this product you didn't sell too much, but it's the those are the times that you gotta find it in you to keep pushing through. You might not love doing it and you might complain, oh, I can't stand it, I can't, but you know what, I want to keep pushing. Hello. Yeah, that's better. Yeah,
I
you
got
can
you
hear
now.
me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, someone,
Okay.
someone was calling. I'm sorry, but but
Oh,
but
okay.
but God's gonna make a way. You know what I mean? And you gotta
Mhm.
keep pushing through. That's the time you gotta stick it through because when things really start blowing up, that's when those are the moments that you're going to remember. Like, wow, I
Yep.
remember struggling. I remember. Now I can give someone
Yep.
that testimony and say, keep going, son, keep going, child, keep going,
Absolutely.
woman, you're going to make it, you're going to
Yeah.
blow up. Because I remember when
Yep.
I was in that struggle, people saw me, they looked, they know I was in that struggle, and
Yep.
that's your testimony. That's your testimony,
Right.
and so yeah, I forgot what the question was now.
Listen, that was good. Don't worry about the question. That was good. That was good. But let me
Yeah.
let me give us, just in connection to, starting an apparel, line. Give us like a rundown of what the most important things are. I know you said the main thing was, actually making it officially a business, because you got to understand, people, if you just starting something frivolous, by happenstance, you're not going to get the benefits that we get when we have write-offs and things like that. So share with us what your advice would be to someone who's like, listen, I saw Craig, I heard God speak through him. What do I do? Give us
Well, if,
like the rundown.
if you want to start a business, the easiest, the fastest thing you need to do is go. The one of the things you can do is go to LegalZoom.com.
Mhm.
LegalZoom.com. They're not a law firm, but they tell you that. But they basically give you the advice of where they basically hold your hand and showing you how to start your, whether you're going to be an LLC or sole proprietorship, those things, so you can start your business, so you can
Mhm.
actually be in business.
Right.
Then depending on whatever intellectual property or whatever that you might be, then you want to trademark
Mhm.
or make sure protect yourself, so that way no one else takes your great idea before you do, or they do after you, and then litigation. So those are the two things. But LegalZoom can help you with both, actually.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so that's the first easiest step that you can do. LegalZoom.com, or you can go to like a lawyer or something, someone that knows what they're doing, a business lawyer, and then they can help you start your business. It's probably a little bit more fee,
Mhm.
because they're gonna tack on their fees to do it
Right.
when you do it yourself, and it's not that hard of a process,
Right.
and then starting a clothing brand. It's the number one thing, you got to figure out your why. You have to figure out your why. Your why is just going to carry you through and
Yeah.
through and through, because that's the reason. Yeah, that's what's going to hold you
That's
together
the
when
drive.
you feel
That's your
like
drive.
yeah, that's your drive. That's when you feel
Mhm.
like you might want to give up, or maybe you shouldn't do it. Or why is it now? The why can be, hey, I want to pass a business down to my family. I want to start a legacy, because you can't pass down a job
Right.
as much as they love you and you love them. But when you gone, that's it.
That's it.
And so that can be your why. But figure out what's your why.
Mhm.
Why are you starting this business? What's your passion? What is it? Do you like to cook, or what is it that's driving you? And
Mhm.
then, like I say, and we talked about this earlier, you ain't got to tell everybody.
It's a fact.
Stop. Oh, stop talking about every. Before you started, don't tell the people that you might need to know, but don't tell and run in your mouth about it, because you didn't start it yet. So what's going to
Mhm.
happen is people will automatically throw their little things at you, oh, well, what about this, or oh, what about that, all the reasons why you shouldn't, oh, well, this one got that the same thing, and I mean, it's a million different businesses. So that's where I think we mess up, because we try to get people's opinions that are around us, and they're not like, it's not checking, we're not getting what we want, so we're like, yeah, it's a good bad idea, and therefore we don't do it. But
Right.
no, I'm here to tell you, if it's burning in your soul, do what you got to do to get it going. And then once it's gone, now you're gonna tell people, and they're gonna come up with the thing. But you know what? You already started already, so you might as well
Right.
keep going. Okay,
Yeah.
you might as well keep going. But you already started it. Don't
Yeah.
lose the dream before you
Finish
start it. Keep
strong.
going. Okay,
Finish strong.
and you'll realize there's strangers out there that are rooting for you, that are pour into you, and there's family members too as well. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? But there's even more of a network for you. And and God, you know, we're owners. We supposed to be owners, man. And I feel like, and that's why I think God also, and what we got to learn, and what I need to learn is, you know, we when we get these businesses going, you know, how what kind of boss are you going to be? What kind of person you in charge of people's livelihoods now? Like people are depending on you. They're depending on you showing up, and they're depending on your direction. They're depending on like so you gotta. That's another molding. Yeah, that's another, and sometimes we might not be in a position where we at because God's making us into that, so that we're ready. We're ready to run 100 employees and
Yes.
run 1,000 employees. We're ready to have the structure and the mannerism and know how to run those type of businesses because but you know, being able to having people depend on you, that's a big responsibility.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
and some people, you might not be ready for all that. You know why? Because you're not ready for that responsibility yet, that mindset. You know, people got to trust in you. You know, and so yeah, definitely. You know, like I said, LegalZoom, Fiverr. Now I told you, Fiverr they can create a logo. You can create a $5 logo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you could get a $5 logo, $50 logo, $500 logo, whatever you want to spend. That budget you can spend for the logo. You can
Absolutely.
get a. They can create your logo for you. And then you know, for your business, you go LLC, and then whatever intellectual property you want to trademark, and then that's it. You got a business. You got a business now. When you do these pop-ups, when you drive in your car with these miles, your
Miles.
phone, all these things are you're able to write
Right
off.
on.
Yeah, I mean that big business do it all the time. That's why Trump was only had to pay
Mm-hmm.
legally $750
Yep.
because
All
he was
little
able to all
loopholes.
this loophole. And a lot of times they cater towards businesses.
Mm-hmm.
They are catered to it. So, you know, it's good to have a business. It
Mm-hmm.
is.
Yeah.
And so get started. Get started. I
Yeah.
tell people all the time, when they ask me, you're talking to the wrong person because you're talking to a person that's gonna make you get started. That
Yeah.
started. I'm here to tell you, you know, and I, you know, like I just have the passion. Like I said, I'm not a graphic guy. I don't make these. I just have the passion, but I was able to network and meet the right people to form a brand.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm the face of the brand, but there's a lot of things that go behind the parts to make
Mhm.
the brand go. You know,
Yes.
already. You know, and so you know, it's just you just gotta go, man. Just
Yeah.
gotta go. Yeah,
Gotta do
definitely.
it. Just
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
do it. Wow, love that. Love that. Listen, I am excited for you. You already know the vibes. Ain't nothing
yeah,
changed. I always be
yeah.
like, this dude, man, he about to be something. From the beginning, I'm like, nah, there's something with this right here. He got something. Like, this is different. I'm like, it's gonna pop, and I can't wait to be like, I knew it. You know what
Oh, I
I'm saying?
know,
Like, I
I
can't wait
know.
to say I saw that coming.
Yeah,
Real
yeah,
talk.
yeah.
But so legal Zoom, make sure you're trademarked. Make sure this stuff is officially yours. You know, if you're not a graphic designer person, you know, go to Fiverr. Let me say this too. Um, Everything that he's sharing that he's used and utilized, there's also other people who do these things as well. So you can go to a company with a broader
Right,
situation
right,
that could do
right.
freelancing, or you can go support another
Another,
black owned person or whatever
yeah,
who does it. You can
yeah,
go to a black attorney also, you
yeah.
know, who can give you
People
the
walk in,
books,
will hold
everything.
your hand, guide you
Yeah,
through these.
absolutely,
Absolutely,
absolutely. And I just want
absolutely.
to say, like, it's okay that you don't know everything, but like
No,
he said, know your why and make moves towards it just from that. You know what I'm saying? And I think one of the issues that we have with people who, you know, we'll hear the stories of, you know, um, statistics show us that, you know, 80% of small business will be shut down in 2 years or whatever. And I feel, and you can share your thoughts on it. I feel a lot of that comes from people not, first of all, not researching and not want to take the time to learn the craft. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, you shared that. I sat on this like your niece. I sat on this. I had it trademarked and everything for a whole year.
And did nothing.
But it happens because you weren't ready yet. You had the why, you had the vision, but you were like, I'm not skilled in this yet. So as you started learning more, then you started making other decisions. Do you know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
think that people get caught up in, oh well, it didn't work. No. You gotta
Right.
work it. You
You
gotta
gotta
work
work.
it.
You gotta work it.
You gotta work it.
People give up so easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. They
Hmm.
give up so easily. They don't understand that you gotta work it. And a lot of times, we already have our 9 to 5, so our energy goes to our bill paying and our
Yeah.
kids taken care of and all the real stuff in life.
Hmm.
So that's where you only giving a part of it. You're not giving it 100%. Not like did you just jump on your business and now this is how you eat every day, literally?
Right. Right.
Yeah, but you'd be working that because you get right.
Yeah.
So that's the super energy. So, like, oh my god, I need to eat. I can't.
I gotta eat.
So, but we don't. When most times people start a business, it's not because they're not putting it all like that. Where
Mhm.
it's like no.
Mhm.
So they're not giving that whole. And now it's okay because sometimes you can't.
Right.
You got your real life that you have to do, and so but you can just continue to keep chugging it and realize that there's a bigger play coming forward.
Yeah.
And so that's what, like, the growth that I started. It's baby steps and just growth. Like now, if I have a vision of something, I can implement it like that. I know who to go to. But it took a while, took a long
Yeah.
time. But it just continued to grow because now I'm able to learn what I needed to do. And that's the problem. We give up. Oh, it's not work. No, you didn't give it that effort yet.
Right.
But you might not have been able to, but when you're able to, it will, pop like that. You just gotta see the vision through.
Yeah.
See it through. And sometimes your 9 to 5 helps fund that business.
That's
You
it.
know, to me, when I look at my those savings, because
Hmm.
that's going to get sold. I'm going to get the money for those things,
Right.
and I look at it like that, and I go in and I make that money, put it in an account. It's just you just gotta you gotta go with that.
You
You
gotta
you
put in the
gotta you
work.
gotta see it through. You said it so clear. We
Mhm.
as a society, we think things are supposed to pop that fast. Our expectations. We're in our job we call it instant gratification.
Yeah.
Um, so people want that. We're in a microwave society,
Hmm.
but we gotta understand us as black folk getting started. Our parents just told get an education, become a
Hmm.
doctor, become a lawyer. Like that's all we knew growing up.
Right.
And it's no fault of their own. That's all, before we couldn't even go to school, we couldn't do that. And
Absolutely.
but now we can tell our kids and listen, whatever you're passionate about, find somewhere in that market where you can own it or
Right.
be the or capitalize on it to the max. Find
Absolutely.
your passion. You don't
Hmm.
have to be a doctor. You don't have to look. Just find your passion
Hmm.
and go to school and learn those things towards that passion, and then learn how to own whatever industry or whatever thing that or be the top of that. Work
Right.
towards that,
Absolutely.
right. That's the mentality that if our kids grow with that mentality,
Hmm.
the world will be a great place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We'll all be winning.
We'd be winning.
All of us will
We'd
be
be
winning.
winning. Yeah.
All
Yeah,
of us will be
definitely.
winning. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So if like right now, um someone came on my YouTube channel and they don't know what's going on right now, and I say, okay, so I have Mr. Craig Tucker on tonight, thank you so much for coming on. He's the owner of In My Lifetime Apparel. What would you want them to leave remembering about this interview? What would you say to the heart of the audience right now that you would want them to remember from this podcast interview?
Um, I'm a man that never gives up. And I feel like if you take advantage of or become a part of In My Lifetime brand, you'll never give up either. And
Mhm.
whatever the dreams and the goals, and the aspirations that you see yourself, you can reach those goals within my lifetime, because that's what I'm all about. And that's why I started In My Lifetime: hope, educate, inspire. But whatever you're passionate about, whatever your goals, whatever you dream, continue to fight and to continue to go in those ways, step by step, because you can do it. and
Yeah.
and we need to inspire other people as well. So, not only are you doing it, but you got your kids and you got people around you that are looking at you, and they want to draw from you. And so they got to see that you have that no quit mentality, that I'm gonna stick it through. And so when you wear In My Lifetime, that represents that. I mean, definitely as a Knick fan, when you rocking In My Life, people, it's like the biggest joke. Like, oh my God, In My Lifetime, yeah.
In my
It's like,
lifetime.
because because that shows how hard of a fan you are.
Mhm.
Like, I'm serious about this.
Yeah.
I'm serious. You know what I mean? Like this is going to happen. And so that's the feeling, that's the feeling I want you to give when you rock. It had to be God.
Yeah.
Like, that's the feelings. Those are the things that that I try to give off. And even if you never buy anything from In My Lifetime, just know, just to continue to fight harder. Go, believe. Go for your dreams. You're going to accomplish what you are, and speak life at all
Yeah.
costs. What you say means everything. This is the most powerful tool in the world, is our tongue. And you gotta be able to speak life, even when there's negativity around. Speak life at all costs, and God would lead you the way. That's what I want you to go away with. Absolutely, speak
Love that.
life.
Love that.
Yeah.
Tell the people where they can find In My Lifetime.
Well, you definitely find on my website 24/7, 25 and 8, live all day long, lifetimetees.com.
Lifetime.com.
Lifetimetees.com. My website's live. You could definitely follow me on Instagram, at In My Lifetime Tees, at In My Lifetime Tees, and then also my other Instagram, at Tuck217, TUCK217. You can see me on Facebook, In My Lifetime Apparel. And hey, come out and meet me. I post up. I got pop ups coming up. I'll be out in the streets, so you can always see me at the pop ups.